TRN News.
Flood mitigation is a major part of Clarksville Mayor Joe Pitts' budget proposal. The 2026 spending plan sets aside money for stormwater management. It includes a dedicated stormwater utility that will control local drainage systems, stricter building standards, and FEMA-backed floodplain mapping. The mayor says his goal is to protect neighborhoods, businesses, and public infrastructure during flooding disasters. The Shelby County Sheriff's Office is looking to hire 335 new correctional deputies. Applicants must be at least 18, have a high school diploma or GED, and hold a valid driver's license. Officials say the role offers competitive starting pay, advancement opportunities, and support for training and education. Over 24 deputies joined the workforce in February after completing the program. I'm Joe Lincoln.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
Hey, Mom. I appreciate you stopping by, but I've got to get going soon.
Really? Where are you going?
The kids and I are going to get our seasonal flu vaccines. Glenn already got his at work.
Well, I get mine every year because I'm older, but you're all young and healthy. You don't need it.
Actually, we do. Glenn's boss lost a nephew to the flu last year, and he was a totally healthy kid. And my friend Maria always gets her kids vaccinated. Her doctor told her 20,000 kids are hospitalized because of the flu every year, and some even die from it.
So it sounds like getting them vaccinated is the right way to go.
Getting vaccinated instead of risking the flu is the right choice for all of us.
Seasonal influenza is a serious disease that kills about 36,000 Americans each year and results in more than 200,000 hospitalizations, including over 20,000 children. Health officials recommend annual vaccination for all kids 6 months through 18 years. Get fluent. Learn the flu facts. Visit PreventChildhoodInfluenza.org.
Closing arguments are wrapping up in the murder trial of 3 former Memphis officers charged in the beating death of Tyree Nichols. The prosecution said the case boils down to a simple fact.
That night, January 7th, 2023, those 3 officers did bad things.
Over 6 days, attorneys called 17 witnesses, including a police trainer who admitted the force used on Nichols was excessive. None of the former officers testified. Prosecutors previously rested their case after calling 5 witnesses, saying video evidence clearly shows what happened that night in 2023. The search is on for 3 suspects involved in a targeted shooting outside an East Ridge hospital. Shots were fired outside Park Ridge East Hospital Monday afternoon. Officers searched the area but didn't find anyone with gunshot wounds. Witnesses told police 3 suspects showed up in a black SUV, fired at a person in the parking area, and then took off. I'm Joe Lincoln, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A DCS investigation has resulted in felony sexual battery charges against a Cookeville man. Cookeville police accuse Bartolome Gaspar Pascal of having sexual contact with at least 3 minors between the ages of 11 and 14. Police said the incidents happened over the duration of the previous year on multiple occasions. Additionally, investigators said all 3 children disclosed during interviews they had been the victim of unlawful sexual contact from Pascal. The Monterey Board of Mayor and Aldermen on Monday approved the town's proposed budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. Under the spending plan, the town's tax rate will remain unchanged at $1.39. It does include a 40% increase in the fees for garbage collection. The pace of construction remained strong in Putnam County during April. Mayor Randy Porter said the county issued 33 permits for $8.3 million in construction, 20 of those permits for new single-family homes. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Cloudy skies have returned to the region as the disturbance passes to our south. Off and on light showers will be possible throughout the day with highs in the upper 60s. Winds will be light. A few showers will remain possible overnight with lows in the upper 50s. Thursday will bring an increased chance of showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. Highs will be warmer in the mid-70s. Both Friday and Saturday will see continued chances for scattered thunderstorms. Highs will be in the lower 70s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's the place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic and share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Oh, yo. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good morning, Cookeville. It's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. It is 6:07. Today's the 7th of May. Happy Wednesday morning, Sheila.
Well, happy Wednesday to you. Today's my little dog's first birthday.
Oh, is it?
My little
Iris.
Iris, the toy poodle, had her for a year today. That was her actual birthday. Her gotcha day was, of course, 10 weeks later. But
Wait. Your gotcha day?
you haven't heard that before? Like people,
Well, no.
there's a lot of folks that don't know when they adopt, like their true birthday of their animals if they adopt them. So they just call it the gotcha day. But I know the real day.
Okay.
Anyway, just saying. Happy birthday to my Iris.
I feel terrible. I don't know.
You don't know a gotcha day or a birthday.
I sure don't.
It's okay. They're very loved. I know your dogs are taken good care of.
I just don't remember their birthdays, and I'm good to remember like my human people's birthday. I mean, that's tough
I
for me.
probably got to get her something to celebrate, right? She won't know.
Well, I mean, you have to now.
She gets stuff all the time, though.
You know what I'm mad about right now?
Uh-oh, what did I do?
You didn't do anything.
What are you mad about?
I went to Tractor Supply to get my 50-pound bag of dog food that I have to for the dogs. And I like to pick up a treat or two for the dogs, or maybe Kit Kat.
Yeah.
I hardly ever get one for Kit Kat, so I thought,
You're like, I'm not going to leave the cat out.
I'm gonna go get one for Kit Kat today. And I got over there and they had all these catnip things. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get crazy tonight, Kit Kat.
It's fun seeing how they act on catnip.
So I got her this catnip toy. It's a little mouse with catnip in it. I thought she'll love that. It'll be wild. What a great.
She'll be running around crazy.
What a fun evening watching Kit Kat be nuts. Well, so I got her the thing, got it all ready, played with her. You know, she was kind of interested in it. she smelled. She looked at the catnip. It didn't bother her a bit. Like she wasn't affected. She didn't even play with it.
Well, I have two cats. One goes crazy on it. Like he acts like he is high and then wants to run around, and then he comes back and then acts all different. And my girl cat, she's just like, psst, what is this? This stinks. I don't want it.
Well, I was terribly disappointed.
It is more fun when they react to it.
So the only thing she likes anymore is that dang laser pointer.
Well, see, I've not seen any cat yet to not like a laser pointer. So that's always a hit.
Pointer, but anyway, terribly disappointed.
Yeah, you wanted her to run around and be crazy.
Yes.
Well, our high today is 70. It's not as cold as it has been. We're starting out 53 right now.
Let's see here. A few things you need to know. Cookeville Regional Medical Center, they're getting a new robot to do some other things. They've been really good with the robot surgery stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I know with their heart, their Tennessee Heart or wherever they do the heart surgeries at there in the hospital, they've been using a robot for something for quite some time, and the doctors and surgeons who use it are highly decorated at using it. Now they have a aquablation therapy by the Hydros robotic system, and it's cutting edge, according to the release from the hospital, minimally invasive, and for men with benign prostatic hyperplasia, also known as an enlarged prostate. It makes things a lot easier.
It's called a hyperplasia?
Yeah, hyperplasia. Benign prostatic hyperplasia is also known as enlarged prostate.
That's the term I know more.
Enlarged prostate, yes, yeah. But apparently there's been some people asking for it, guys who are like, hey, I heard about this other thing.
Yes.
And they've already got a waiting list of 13 people ready to use it.
I think that's great.
So anyway, good job there from Cookeville Regional Medical Center, keeping us on the cutting edge.
I like that. Well, the Cookeville Downtown Development Group is inviting you to attend their spring mixer. It's coming up Monday the 19th. So not this coming Monday, but the following Monday. It's from 6 to 8 at 7 Senses in Cookeville. It's going to be an opportunity to network and socialize with other downtown businesses. And they continue to grow the group, meet fellow business people, kind of share what's worked for them. No reservations are required. It's a free gathering that's open to those who've been interested in growing the downtown and the business development down through there. So that is going to come up May 19th at 7 Senses from 6 to 8 p.m.
Gotcha. The Johnson McGinnis Elder Care Law and Estate Planning has a new Cookeville office at 304 North Washington Avenue. They've been around the Upper Cumberland for a little bit, but this is a brick and mortar in Cookeville that you can stop by and see them. Josh Hunter is an attorney there. He graduated from Tennessee Tech. He's a former employee of UCDD. Did you know him, Sheila? Oh, you worked over there for a second.
There's a lot of folks that work at UCDD and UCHRA. I probably know the face more than the name.
Well, he's excited because he's from Cookeville, graduated from Tech, and glad that they have
that's great.
Cookeville location. They're having a ribbon cutting for them here pretty soon.
And that's all I have with things.
Sheila, that's all I got. Apparently nothing happened yesterday.
Or if it did, nobody told us.
It's been eerily quiet the past 2 days.
Well, here's the deal. People are just trying to get across town because there's construction everywhere you look. And I know we've been saying be patient with construction because it's going to be better in the long run. But when you got to get somewhere fast, you can't.
Well, I mean, even, I was telling you yesterday, I felt weird Monday afternoon being able to pull out on Willow, but not feeling like I was going to, die. And then it happened again yesterday afternoon.
Maybe you're just got the sweet spot time to head out.
I left at a different time. And I thought again, what in the world is going on? I was heading down Willow at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And zero traffic.
People are trying to avoid it because of the construction, but you didn't see any construction going on?
No, I wasn't on the where are they doing construction on Willow right now?
It was.
I know 10th Street.
Willow. They're working on it in different areas. I know down close to Tech. Right before you get to Tech, there's also on 10th Street.
Mm-hmm.
There's also, they were working down Broad Street the other day, and you know what? I really love the new parallel parking.
I haven't been down there to try it yet.
Because it really does make things a lot better, because sometimes the big trucks, I'd have to wait if there was a big truck that I was passing that had parked and I say parallel.
Yeah, you're right.
But before they made them parallel, the butts would stick out in the road and I'd have to wait till the other car passed me before I could go because I didn't want to cut it close.
That little road wasn't made for the big cars up
They
today.
weren't.
They just weren't. But
and now it just looks, it's so much easier to go down. And then you
some
can
pictures of it. It looks better.
It does look better, and you don't feel like you're squeezed in there like sardines trying to pass. And I can also see the folks on foot better.
Yeah.
Which I always got nervous that somebody was just going to walk out in front of me that I didn't see on the side. But now you can just see everything so much better.
I know they're doing that as a trial basis, but I think it's going to stick.
Oh, I hope it sticks. I just feel like it's a whole lot safer.
Most everybody I've talked to or heard from has said that they really like it better.
Mm-hmm.
It does make for less parking, but there's some parking options around.
I saw some open spaces when I went through about, 3 o'clock yesterday.
Well, and also, not everybody can parallel park.
No.
So that eliminates some people from parking there.
It might be. That's like, I can, but I don't like it. What makes me nervous is the other ones coming in and I'm trying to straighten up and I'm just like,
Yeah.
Quit rushing me.
I get that. I do. But you got a backup camera, though.
Yeah, that's a lot better.
I've always wanted to try one of those cars where you just push a button and it does it for you.
I would feel very weird.
Now, those are
my car just pulling in.
Those are high dollar.
Yeah, we don't have those.
It's 6:17 and time. Not time yet, but coming up, it's your 2 cents. Brought to you by our friends down at Freedom Pond. They're located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta.
What place has the worst drive-through food?
The worst drive-through food? I don't know. I love drive-throughs.
Yeah.
I love fast food. I'm a fast food junkie.
So it'd be easier to say the best.
It would be easier to say the best, but even if I had to pick, I don't know what the worst. I'm going to have to think on that, Sheila. I love grease.
I'm surprised at what some of the folks are saying, to be honest.
I have a greasy food addiction, and you know that. It's bad, and I've got to quit it. That's what the
because you're supposed to be on a Mediterranean diet.
Right, but I figure they got McDonald's in Mediterraneanville.
Did you say Mediterraneanville?
Yeah.
You sound like you're some kind of vampire or something. What was it called that the vampire's supposed to be from?
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I don't know why Mediterraneanville reminded me of that.
Well, I was trying to make it cool so I could go wasting away in Mediterraneanville.
That does sound better.
That way, when I'm eating my fish,
and you go, it's from Mediterraneanville.
I'm wasting away in Mediterraneanville. We'll get to your 2 cents. Brought to you by Freedom Pond. Coming up next here on Good Morning Cookeville, live in the Willow Window Studio. It's Good Morning Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. We'll be right back.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate, 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window studio. It's 6:21 now. Good morning, Cookeville's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate.
I like how you say that. Elevate Real Estate.
I like things that rhyme, Sheila.
Well, I like that group over there. They're just a fine group. Well, you know, I visited yesterday Freedom Pawn and got to talk to Dana Teeple, who is the manager over there. Not only do we love the store, and even David, who we filmed a little bit and making a commercial over there, he was like, "This doesn't look like a pawn shop."
No, it's way better.
And he said, "Every pawn shop I've been through," he said, "it's like they've got stuff piled on top of each other, and it always looks dirty."
Yeah.
And I go, "I tell you, it's the friendliest and cleanest around."
Yeah.
And he goes, "It is." Well, I talked to Dana because they're your guns and ammo store. They've got a Phoenix Trinity Sidekick customized by SK Guns. This is a specialty gun.
Yeah.
Only 20 were made.
Oh, wow.
They are the only place that has the remaining inventory of those SK guns.
You're kidding me.
I got to hold it and
Did you get one?
I'm wanting one. Because I'm telling you, it's fantastic. But it is kind of like a collector item since only 20 were made.
Yeah.
And I go, "How did you get the remainder of the item?" He goes, "We're just good at talking. We know people. We know people."
And I also saw that they had, now it's not exactly like, but remember we were talking about the Pee Wee Herman bike and it went for $125,000. They've got a red bicycle there too.
I thought you were going to say he's got Pee Wee Herman's
No,
bike.
it's not full Pee Wee Herman, but it's.
But you never know about them.
It's a couple of pieces away from it, and it looked like a really cool adult person's bike.
Well,
you're going to be out there doing BMX tricks on it.
Oh, wow.
But I said you're not going to be able to do
I thought you said, "Oh, wow, you can do BMX."
No.
You're not, because it's just a
No.
Pee Wee bike.
Right.
Pee Wee Herman type bike. But I do want y'all to go check out Freedom Pawn in Sparta. They're on Mayberry Street because those guns that are customized, and there's only 20 made, and they've got a few of those
They
remaining.
really do have one of the best selections in the whole Upper Cumberland.
It's amazing. And then ammo too. We were like recording the ammo. It's like wall to wall ammo that they've got. So anything you need, I would stop there first, especially if you're a hunter. So the question this morning, your 2 cents: what place has the worst drive-through food?
This is a tough one for me because you know how I love it.
I mean, we love drive-through food. I'm not knocking on drive-through food.
I love it. It's my
Just
favorite.
like the older you get, the more it doesn't agree with you, but you crave it.
So when I'm talking about who has the worst, I mean, I'd still probably eat it, you know.
That's funny.
I mean, I just want to put that out there.
Okay, what do you think?
That's well, I'm going to say Long John Silver's.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst. And that being said, I could put away some Long John Silver's.
I miss them. We don't have them anymore.
I know.
And I did like Long John Silver's a lot. I'm not talking about.
Do they even exist in the world now?
Yeah, some places still have them. I'm trying to think who I really don't like the taste of the food. I like a lot of the drive-through foods.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't like me.
Well, I'm back to Arby's because they brought the potato cakes back for good.
Mm-hmm.
So my little what was it? What am I calling that? I was protesting Arby's.
Oh, you're just protesting for the potato
Right.
cakes.
And then so that worked out for me.
It did because Jason brought them back.
Well,
for us.
I wasn't the only one. There was a bunch of people upset about that.
So they thought we got to do something and bring this potato cake back, and now they're back for good. And you know what? I love them.
And I feel I do too. I love.
good.
A lot of people make fun of Arby's, and I can't figure that out.
Fun of Arby's?
Yeah, like, well, at least it's not Arby's. I'm like, what are you talking about? Arby's is the Nickelback of fast food.
I don't know why.
Me
Because I
neither.
feel like if I have a choice that's not as greasy as some of the others and it doesn't affect my body. Like I used to think, I was telling Jason on the break, when I was a little kid, why didn't my mom and dad like Taco Bell and McDonald's like all us kids did?
Mm-hmm.
Now I know.
Yeah.
I'm their age and I'm like, things affect your body different. I guess for me, and I love it and I crave them all the time, Crystal.
Yes.
But it has the worst effect.
Yeah.
Maybe Taco Bell. Taco Bell doesn't really affect me that bad, but I always wonder how can they be so cheap? What kind of meat is this?
This also depends on the meal too. So if we're talking breakfast, Hardee's #1.
Yeah.
If we're talking worst breakfast, and you know how much I love Burger King, I think Burger King has the worst breakfast.
And they even have croissants.
I know, but I don't like that.
I gotcha. But here's another, like if y'all hadn't tried Bojangles breakfast, I think they have some of the best breakfast.
That Bo Rounds.
It's like I can make a meal off a Bo Round. Okay, here's what everybody else is saying. Sorry, we were like, Jason and I can talk about food.
And we're both hungry.
I'm shocked at what most people are saying, McDonald's.
Well, it's not the best.
I think they've convinced us in our mind they've had great commercials, radio and TV, and they convince you they're the best. But I don't think it's horrible food.
Oh, it's not that it's horrible.
But it ain't the best burger you ever had. I get that.
not.
It's not like a homemade burger.
But
when you talk about burgers, Doodle has some of the best
but
burgers.
sometimes I get a craving for McDonald's.
I know.
Sometimes I have to have a Big Mac.
And yes, and it's something about the sauce on the Big Mac and all that.
And their fries, McDonald's fries.
They're the right size fry. They're the
Coke even tastes
saltiest.
different.
You think their Coke tastes different?
Their Coke tastes different.
They
than
know how
ours.
to mix it right.
I don't know. There's just something about it.
Well, McDonald's, then Taco Bell's. Toby said the slowest is McDonald's. The worst food is Taco Bell.
I agree with him on both.
To me, I feel like it's which Taco Bell do you go to?
Yeah.
And
Agreed.
let's see. Kevin said it's just a toss up for me. They're all bad. Well, I know they're all bad for you, but really, are they all bad tasting? No.
And I'm really trying.
Tex says Taco Bell and Crystals are tied for him.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mike said the best would be a shorter list. And I didn't think so.
The best would
Like
be
because I said what's the worst fast food?
Yeah.
And then John said Taco Bell. So it's a toss up between Taco Bell and McDonald's as the most popular as they think they have the worst drive-through food.
I can see both of those being it.
You're not a big Taco Bell goer.
No, I got and this is no slam on them because I had and I didn't know it at the time, but I had a kidney stone. And I didn't know I had a kidney stone just yet. Of course, when you get one because it puts you down pretty quick. So I'd had some Taco Bell. I'd had 2 soft tacos and a Nacho Bel Grande.
Oh, the soft tacos.
And a Mountain Dew, of course, because
it's probably that Mountain Dew that put you over.
Yeah. And then that stone decided it was going to move.
Oh.
And it just made me sick.
Yeah, I bet.
So I got sick, and it wasn't because of Taco Bell.
Because of your kidney stone, but that's what you were eating at the time.
Right.
You felt so bad, so
And
then
that put me out.
you remember.
Right. So
Yeah.
I just haven't had Taco Bell since then.
It's just like when I had mono back in junior high. I couldn't
You
eat
had
much.
the kissing disease?
I had the kissing disease. Like I didn't hear that.
Sheila.
But I got bad. I had to be put in the hospital.
Oh, my.
See? And then I couldn't eat anything. And I thought, well, I just want a banana.
Mm-hmm.
I got sick off that banana.
Now it messed you up on bananas.
It did for a long, long time, but I always liked bananas. So I came back around, but it took me about 15 years.
I can't eat Subway either for the same reason.
You had the kissing disease?
No, I got sick, not because of Subway.
Yeah.
But I got sick after having some Subway.
Mm-hmm.
And so that ruined me on Subway. So Subway and Taco Bell are both just out.
I have another story about getting sick on food. Dippin' Dots. This was when it was the Opryland in Nashville. And it was real hot, but yet I wanted to cool down. So I thought those Dippin' Dots would be good. So I had like 2 things of it in a row because I was hot and was like, oh, they were so good. Let's have more Dippin' Dots.
Oh, Lord.
All that dairy and heat.
You over Dippin' Dotted?
Over Dippin' Dotted, and I have not had that since. And that was when Opryland with the rides and everything was still there. And I haven't had Dippin' Dots since.
6:31 now. That was your 2 cents. You can go to Jason and Sheila on Facebook or where else?
Good Morning Cookeville.
Good Morning Cookeville. Get there. And that's brought to you by our friends down at Freedom Pond. If you're in Sparta or find yourself in Sparta, go by and see them, and then tell them you heard about it with Jason.
Please do that so they'll know that you heard it. And check out that Sidekick gun customized by SK Guns. That's a collector's item.
Yeah, for
Only
sure.
20 made, and they have the remaining ones. They're just that cool.
Their gun selection is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert is coming up next, so stick around with us here on Good Morning Cookeville. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Hang out with us, guys. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln Cookeville. Are you tired of having to wait at a dealership to get your car serviced? Well, then you're going to love Ford Mobile Service from Ford of Cookeville. From oil changes and tire rotations to simple repairs, our certified technicians will do their thing right in your own driveway thanks to our state-of-the-art mobile service van. Let us come to you. Schedule your Ford Mobile Service now at FordLincolnCookeville.com or give us a call at 931-526-3325. Terms and conditions apply. See deal for details.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Foglight Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. The Atlanta Braves won their 3rd game in a row last night, beating the Cincinnati Reds 2-1 in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 10th. The Braves tied it 1-1 in the 9th, and Marcell Ozuna singled home the game-winning run in the 10th. The Braves are now 17-18 on the season and have a chance to get back to 500 this evening. Elsewhere in the MLB, the Yankees beat the Padres 12-3 and scored 10 runs in the 7th inning. Phillies beat the Rays 8-4, Marlins over the Dodgers in extras 5-4, and Rangers beat the Red Sox 6-1. The Indiana Pacers took a 2-0 series lead on the Cleveland Cavaliers last night, winning 120-119 in the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Pacers scored the final 8 points of the game over the last 47 seconds, including the game-winning three from Tyrese Halliburton with 1.1 on the clock after a missed Indiana free throw. The series now heads to Indiana for 2 games on Friday and Sunday. Join us this evening for the District 7 Single A Softball Championship game as Gordonsville plays Clay County. You can watch the game on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel starting at 5:30. I'm Jacob Vinson, and that was the UCR Sports Report.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. No matter how you're watching today, whether that's on the Hub Plus app or channel 192 on Twin Lakes or Comcast or on Facebook or on YouTube, no matter how you're doing it, thank you so much. Tell a friend and teach a friend how to do it.
Yeah. Because you can still Bluetooth us in your car, too.
Yeah. I had someone tell me that they didn't have YouTube the other day, and I was like, bro, everybody's got YouTube.
That's funny.
It's youtube.com. It's the number one. It just beat Google, by the way. I've got stats.
It beat Google.
It beat Google as the number one visited website in the country. YouTube.
Well,
It's
when
also
people
the
send
number
me
one search engine now.
YouTube is?
It beat out. Well, Google owns YouTube.
Uh-huh.
But more people are searching for things on YouTube now than they are for Google, than they are from Google. Google's number 2.
Yeah, but that surprises me, actually, because I think of it as just video streaming.
Right.
But sometimes you do want to pull up the video of something, but then you can find news there too then.
So if you can help somebody out, bring them into the
YouTube world,
that'd be great. And then if you are driving, you can bring us up on YouTube and play it through your car if you have Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay or Android or however
we're moving y'all up into the 21st century.
So plenty of places. Just help us spread the word on this brave new world Sheila and I have set off on to.
We didn't know it was that brave, did we?
No idea.
Until people started saying, well, I can't get you anywhere. You're not on anywhere. And then we'll say we're streaming. Like, what does that mean?
Yeah. I got the same conversation. I said, Lord, we're everywhere.
Yes.
We're in more places than we've ever been.
But it's just not the place they're used to getting us. So
if you early adopters out there, and thanks so much. We had almost 3,000 unique viewers last week. So we appreciate that. First week of doing just video only. So we're hoping to grow that this week, but we do need y'all's help. I mean, we don't have some big advertising budget or anything like that to get the word out.
No, we are definitely local business, local entrepreneurs. We're trying to get this show going, and we certainly
get it out
appreciate
there.
It. But I appreciate people asking because that means they want to hear it. They want they love us, and they're like, "Hey, where can I find you?"
Right.
So just be patient and explain to them, "Hey, it's easy."
Yeah. 6:38 now. Good morning, Cookeville.
And we've got 55 right now, which in the last couple of days, it's still been in the 40s at this time. So we've got 55. We're going to warm up to about 70, but it will be partly cloudy.
Also had a great talk with Anthony Taylor from Upper Cumberland Weather yesterday, and we're working it out where he can do, the weather via video and some live shots here and there. So we're working on doing cool stuff like that.
Yeah, that's exciting.
You're at the ground floor right now.
We've got so many plates spinning, and we're just
but getting on now is like buying Bitcoin back in the day.
I agree, though. It is, though. It's like we know it's going somewhere. We know we're going to keep going.
Maybe not quite like Bitcoin did, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Spoiler alert, things going on in the world of entertainment and music. We've got Kerry Washington going to be on Jimmy Fallon. I've always liked Kerry Washington.
Gorgeous and sweet.
Classy.
Yeah.
You know, just everything about her is.
And a great actress.
Yeah. Christine Baranski is on Stephen Colbert.
I've always liked her too. What an actress. She's like stage and like on the big screen and small screen. She's played I can't remember. On Big Bang Theory, not Sheldon's mom, but she played Leonard's mom.
Kerry Washington?
No, Baranski.
Oh, sorry. I was still on Kerry Washington.
Can't forget Kerry Washington because she's so beautiful. No, Christine Baranski.
Right, Christine Baranski.
Which is a great actress. Kerry Washington played Leonard's mom.
Like, that can't be.
Stop having a Sheila moment.
Yeah. Then Seth Meyers has ASAP Rocky. We were talking
He's
about
married to, or with Rihanna.
Right, he's with Rihanna.
Is that her husband or just her
I think just
baby daddy?
I think just her man. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't even know. What does all that stand for? ASAP? As soon as possible?
I would just go as Rihanna's man.
Yeah.
That's way more impressive than ASAP Rocky.
It is, yeah.
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, and Celebrity Jeopardy all on ABC tonight.
All right.
Survivor is on CBS. The Amazing Race is on CBS. The season finale of The Masked Singer is tonight, and that's on Fox. And then NBC has all their Chicago shows. Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Sheila.
I wish. I'd like to have my own show called Chicago Sheila, where I try to figure out where the nice people are in Chicago, because I've been to Chicago, and I do like
small town girl moves to the big city of Chicago. She goes
where she trusts everybody.
She goes on the lookout for nice people, finds none.
I did find one when we visited Chicago, but she goes, "You're not from around here, are you? You're smiling at everybody. You're not supposed to do that."
I had a big time. Went to Chicago. There's a restaurant there. You can go way up. It's on the top floor, and it's right by the pier.
Yeah.
And the pier's where there's several different restaurants and bars and things like that. And they do fireworks there on the weekend, like every weekend.
Every weekend?
And but if you make reservations at this restaurant, you can get a window seat and be eating and stuff.
Very romantic.
Watched it. Well, it wasn't romance.
You didn't take a woman?
I was there on the business.
On the business end.
I was there on the business end.
Chicago is fun.
Oh, yeah.
But as far as like, would I want to live there all the time? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But it's great to visit.
Yeah, I had a good time. On streaming tonight, or today, I guess it's on right now, NASCAR Full Speed, that's on Netflix, season 2 of that. Also, it's either Kun by Aguero on Hulu or Kun, it's spelled Kun, by Aguero. That's on Hulu, a limited series of that.
I love when Jason tries to pronounce all the foreign words. Or
if y'all know what it is, you know what it is.
And I'm sure you didn't even get close to it. But I don't know either.
Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad has signed on to star in the psychological thriller The Midnight Pool.
And he played little Jesse on Breaking Bad.
It's about a jaded journalist whom, after a personal tragedy, is lured into the shadows of an elite exclusive society where the pursuit of a career-defining story becomes a descent into illusion, manipulation, and altered realities.
Sounds like something I'm going to watch just because I like Aaron Paul.
The studio, starring Seth Rogen, Ike Barinholtz, Catherine O'Hara, and Catherine Hahn, has been renewed for season 2 on Apple TV Plus. I don't have the Apple TV Plus. Do you have it?
Mm-hmm. But I need, I've been like subscribing. Then when there's nothing on, unsubscribing because I
Yeah.
don't want to pay for something I'm not watching
That's
it. So the Apple's one of those. I always keep Hulu and Netflix,
Yeah, we keep
and I go back and forth on the others.
we keep Prime and Netflix.
Oh, I do keep Prime too. I got more than I thought.
Yeah, well, Prime comes with your Prime.
Yeah, because we do have Amazon Prime.
Right. Yeah. I have to. How else are the grandbabies going to
I
get
know.
gifts?
And I mean, in that Prime, a lot of times I get it next day.
Yeah. Practical Magic 2. It's a follow-up to the 1998 fantasy comedy starring Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. That's going to hit theaters September 18th of 2026. Never saw the first one.
I liked it.
It was good?
Yeah. I like those ladies together.
I like Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman, so
Yeah.
guess I could watch it. Old Kanye, I know y'all wonder about him. He got into it was a heated interview with Pierce Morgan Uncensored.
Well, I would say now, look, I'm not, with Kanye, I don't take up for him. I tried to before and I've been burnt.
Yeah.
But Pierce Morgan, he'll make you mad.
Yeah.
He pushes.
Well, he just got him walked out. Yeah.
He didn't like Pierce.
Well, the reason he walked out is because he misstated his ex-follower account, saying that he only had 32 million followers, but he has 33.3. And Kanye got upset about that and walked out.
So it wasn't that Pierce was acting up. He just kind of didn't. Well, I got 33, not 32.
Right.
I'm gone.
What a silly thing to walk out on.
He probably didn't want to have that interview to begin with, and that was just a reason.
Yeah. Federal prosecutors have criticized Mark Gregaros, a celebrity lawyer advising Sean P. Diddy Puff Daddy Combs' defense, for discussing the ongoing criminal trial on his TMZ-affiliated podcast, Two Angry Men, because they're trying to get the jury right and trying to find people that may or may not have heard about it. And this guy's going on a podcast and talking about it.
You've seen, which lawyer they're talking about? I mean, he's been on all the celebrity ones, and
No.
I think he likes being on stuff and wants to keep his name out there, of course.
Of course he does. Smokey Robinson. Have you heard about this?
Well, I know Smokey, but
Smokey Robinson and his wife Frances are named in a $50 million lawsuit accusing them of sexual battery, assault, false imprisonment, and gender violence. The complaint was filed Tuesday morning by 4 women who worked as housekeepers for him and his wife between 2012 and 2024.
I don't want to think about Smokey Robinson involved in all that.
Me neither.
I hope it's not true, but it don't sound good.
Yeah, one lady says she was sexually assaulted at least 7 times until she...
He's with some of these stars.
I have no idea.
And also, we don't know if it's true. So
Right,
I know that when somebody's a star, they could try to manipulate them and
Until
get their
proven
money.
guilty. I get all that, but man, Smokey.
I don't want to think that. I've loved him since I was a kid.
I thought he was going to be free and clear of stuff.
And classy. Is how I always saw Smokey Robinson, classy and
Yeah.
talented. And I just, come on, y'all.
I know. Anyway, sorry about that for all you.
You knew I'd hate that.
I know. I do too.
Well, I hate it on anything if somebody's done
I
wrong.
hate it.
But
I hate it for those 4 ladies too.
yes, that's true.
It's 6:48 now on Good Morning Cookeville, live here on Hub Plus in the Willow Windows studio. We'll be right back. Good Morning Cookeville's brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Hang on.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate Catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Warning! Excessive fun ahead. The 47th Annual Poke Salad Festival hits Jackson County May 8th through the 10th with live music, vendors, events, and car show. And more poke salad than you can shake a biscuit at. Visit pokesalad.org and tell your taste buds we said you're welcome. It's the Poke Salad Festival in Jackson County with Cookeville Communications.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Cloudy skies have returned to the region as the disturbance passes to our south. Off and on light showers will be possible throughout the day with highs in the upper 60s. Winds will be light. A few showers will remain possible overnight with lows in the upper 50s. Thursday will bring an increased chance of showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. Highs will be warmer in the mid-70s. Both Friday and Saturday will see continued chances for scattered thunderstorms. Highs will be in the lower 70s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. Stop by and see them and ask about their summer space. And they got this really cool deal where you can add on to your patio or back porch or something, and these automatic screens that can come up and down, and it keeps the bugs out and the sun and heat out. So
Plus, looks fancy.
And you can sit outside and enjoy yourself.
I mean, really all year long.
And it's very reasonable.
Yeah.
Dawn and I are looking at putting that on our patio, and very reasonable to do.
Oh, that would look great on y'all's.
I thought, but just by the way it looked, I thought it'd be like super duper expensive. Not near as much.
Reasonably priced.
Right,
so
yeah. Not
if
near
y'all
as much.
are holding back, even just looking because you think, oh, I couldn't afford that. I mean, come and talk to them here. The studio is, or the showroom is so beautiful, and it's got the studio in it too. Studio is part of the showroom, so you can even see the studio.
Yeah, 310 Newman Drive, willowwindow.pro. You use the PRO instead of com.
Yeah.
Because they're pros.
That's right. I like that. I like that website.
Get it. .pro. Get it.
We are pros.
It's 6:51 now.
And I don't think I've told you who's going to be the guest this morning. It will be Jennifer Willis. She is the director of the Next Step program. Her story is really interesting. She just kind of took some bad choices. She was on drugs and then came off drugs. Really, she's really come a long way. She's a big inspiration, and now one of the directors at Next Step.
I love that whole Next Step
faithful
program.
too. It's like her faith. She gives God the glory for helping get her off drugs.
And you know, and God bless the Rowlands.
Yes,
they have done a great job with that.
And Diane Rowland, I invited her in because she's been in here before, but she goes, I really want folks to meet Jennifer if they don't know Jennifer's story.
Man.
So I think the world of Diane too.
Oh, absolutely. They're both. I like both.
Yeah, they've done a lot for the community.
Every day, me and Sheila, we go through news stories, try to find some that are positive and uplifting, and we call it
The Real Good.
There's an 11-year-old named Mandy. Mandy Eggleston of Oklahoma City. She was watching TV during a thunderstorm when a loud boom shook the house. It was lightning, and that lightning had actually started a fire in the house.
Oh, goodness.
Mandy quickly ran to check on her mom and younger brother, Ryan, who had both been asleep. She pushed them to the door and out of harm's way. In the middle of the chaos, Mandy remained calm, grabbed her phone, and she called 911. First responders arrived. Mandy responded to calls and texts from concerned loved ones. While the house was damaged by the fire, nobody in the family got hurt. And a few days after this adventure, Mandy and her family had an emotional reunion with the firefighters who responded to the blaze. Battalion Chief Greg Lindsay of the Oklahoma City Fire Department praised Mandy's bravery. Said what Mandy did was a very adult thing. She got everybody out, and then they stayed out of the house.
That is really great.
That is very.
And I'm glad they're okay.
That is very grown up.
That's scary. I mean, she reacted quickly on that.
All right, Sheila. It's time for Ask Sheila.
All right.
This would be round 3. You got 2 right yesterday, right? Yes. So you're up to 5.
Wednesday, yeah.
So you're up to 5.
3 on Monday, 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's hope we can get some today.
These look like they're about women.
We are a confusing subject.
You normally do not do well with the women questions.
I do better with the men questions.
You do.
Because I've been studying y'all longer. Not longer, probably, but more interested.
38% of women in a recent survey said they do this at the movies. What is it? 38%. That's a big percentage for what the answer is, I think.
Put M&Ms in their popcorn.
No. Doesn't have anything to do with snacking.
They do this at the movies.
Yeah.
Look, here's one thing that bugs me. I remember I hadn't went to the movies in a long time, but there's a lot of people that put their feet on the back of my chair or beside me, and they don't have any shoes on.
Got it. Take their shoes off.
So it is tight, but I mean that you don't want naked feet right up against your face.
No, but I also don't blame them for not wanting to put them on the floor either.
Why don't you just leave your shoes on? You're in public.
Right. I need a barrier.
And I don't want your stinky feet up around my face.
Question number 2 here, Sheila.
All right. Yeah, that's right. Let's move on because once you get me started on that.
Number, you got 6 right so far for the week now.
Ooh, I don't know what I'm doing.
It's a big week for you.
It is.
In Women's Health Magazine,
Uh-huh.
a survey in there, 1 out of 4 women admitted they haven't been truthful about this.
Their weight.
What is it?
Is it their weight?
It's not their weight.
1 out of 6. Is that what you said?
1 out of 4 haven't been truthful about this. My guess is their husband gets home and they've got something to show him maybe, and
They're spending. They're
price
shopping.
they paid for something. It says here, women will even say it was on sale when it wasn't.
Maybe it depends on how much they get on to us about stuff when it's our money too and we're working too.
So there's that.
So I'm doing good on this one today.
Got another one right, Sheila. Up to 7 right for the week.
I really don't. This is it's hard to overcome my own thing. 7?
Up to 7 so far.
Let's see if I can get
This is a great week. All right, last question. 58% of women in a recent survey
58%
say they'd prefer this over an expensive piece of jewelry.
for their husband to help them with the housework.
No. It does have something to do with your home, though.
A she shed.
Not a she shed, but close.
Like an extra room.
Closer.
A walk-in closet.
A walk-in closet.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Well, you did get 3 or 4 chances on.
I did, but I was like, but yes, I've had one of my friends. She's like, don't give me any jewelry for my birthday. Don't do this. I want like a bigger closet so I can have.
So what? She was just asking for contributions?
No, like, can you have someone build me like a walk-in closet?
You had a friend ask you for a walk-in closet?
No, not me. Ask her husband.
Oh.
I was saying she was telling me the story.
Man.
Not me.
I need to up my birthday ask if you're building closets for
No,
people.
I'm not. I'm saying I had a friend who was telling me about asking her husband for that instead of wanting the regular gifts. But I'm thinking that's more expensive than any jewelry, really. But I mean, those walk-in closets and being able to stack our shoes a certain way and then color coordinate. So I would love to have that.
It does up the value of your home at least.
That's it. That's what I need to tell Tim. Hey, baby, it would up the value of the home. And he's like, that just gives you more room to get stuff.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of some stuff, baby. Need to get rid of stuff.
That's true.
I'm like, whatever.
Coming up at 7:30, we'll learn more about the Next Step program. Can't wait to talk to Miss Jennifer about that and her journey. Very uplifting story she has. So if you have to go somewhere else for a little while, come back to us by 7:30 here.
Don't leave.
Here on Hub Plus.
Am I going to have to beg?
It's Jason and Sheila here. We're live in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville's brought to you by our friends over at Elevate Real Estate. If you're looking for a real estate agent or you want to become a real estate agent, they can help you out with that too. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
TRN News.
Jury deliberations began early Tuesday afternoon in the trial of 3 former Memphis police officers accused of murdering Tyree Nichols from a traffic stop in 2023. Both sides delivered their closing arguments with jury alternates chosen, making it a total of 14 jurors. During a recess, Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy said he's proud of his prosecutors and what the 3 contributed. Former Memphis police officers Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith never testified in the case. Jury deliberations resumed this morning at 9. A major part of Clarksville Mayor Joe Pitts' budget proposal, flood mitigation. The 2026 spending plan sets aside money for stormwater management, including a dedicated stormwater utility that controls local drainage systems, stricter building standards, and FEMA-backed floodplain mapping. The mayor says his goal is to protect neighborhoods, businesses, and public infrastructure during flooding disasters. I'm Lee Mowen.
Number 1 for news from across the state. This is the Tennessee Radio Network.
They just told us right away that we're gonna house you, we're gonna feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's being taken care of. We can never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Jury deliberations began early Tuesday afternoon in the trial of 3 former Memphis police officers accused of murdering Tyree Nichols from a January 2023 traffic stop. Both sides delivered their closing arguments with jury alternates chosen, making it a total of 14 jurors. During a recess, Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy said he's proud of his prosecutors and what the 3 contributed. Former MPD officers Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, and Justin Smith did not testify in the case. Jury deliberations resumed this morning at 9. Meantime, a former Nashville cop charged with leaking documents in the deadly Covenant school shooting, Garrett Davidson, booked into the Davidson County Jail on numerous counts yesterday, including misconduct relating to the shooting investigation. He allegedly shared pages from the shooter's journal with a podcaster. He recently filed a whistleblower complaint about police leadership and resigned from the force in 2023 when an investigation into the leaks began. I'm Lee Mowen, Tennessee Radio Network News.
From the Cookeville Communications News Center, I'm Rafferty Cleary. A DCS investigation has resulted in felony sexual battery charges against a Cookeville man. Cookeville police accused Bartolome Gaspar Pasquale of having sexual contact with at least 3 minors between the ages of 11 and 14. Police said the incidents happened over the duration of the previous year on multiple occasions. Additionally, investigators said all 3 children disclosed during interviews they had been the victim of unlawful sexual contact from Pasquale. Governor Bill Lee has vetoed the first bill of his administration, knocking back a piece of legislation that would have given the state parole board more discretion to deny parole to state prisoners. Lawmakers could call themselves back into session to override the veto or move to do so at the beginning of the 2026 legislative session. The pace of construction remained strong in Putnam County during April. Mayor Randy Porter said the county issued 33 permits for $8.3 million in construction, 20 of those permits for new single-family homes. That's the news from the Cookeville Communications News Center. I'm Rafferty Cleary.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Cloudy skies have returned to the region as the disturbance passes to our south. Off and on light showers will be possible throughout the day with highs in the upper 60s. Winds will be light. A few showers will remain possible overnight with lows in the upper 50s. Thursday will bring an increased chance of showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. Highs will be warmer in the mid-70s. Both Friday and Saturday will see continued chances for scattered thunderstorms. Highs will be in the lower 70s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
From the WHUB Willow Window Studios, your trusted window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Wake up, Cookeville, it's a brand new day. Jason and Sheila got so much to say. From the heart of Putnam to the downtown streets, they're bringing you the buzz, the people you'll meet. Tuning dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a place to go. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic and share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. From festivals to fairs, local art to the games, they're keeping you connected, knowing all the names. With laughter and stories, the hour flies by. Jason and Sheila keep the good vibes high. Tune in, dial up, let the stories flow. Good morning, Cookeville, it's a show to know. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. Oh, good morning, Cookeville. Every morning feels so bright with local voices by your side. Jason and Sheila keep it real. Cookeville's heartbeat you can feel. They're talking about the town, what's going on around. Events and news that make this county proud. With guests who take the mic, they share what's on their minds. Good morning, Cookeville, lighten up your life. So grab your coffee, start your day. Good morning, Cookeville's on the way.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila, and we're here live in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:07 now.
And we're happy to have our guest coming in at 7:30. Jennifer Willis, director of Next Step. Next Step for Life is what it's called. And she has overcome her battle with drug addiction and is just a shining example of how you can turn your life around. Her and her husband both are just doing well. She's the director of Next Step program. So we'll introduce you to her and tell you what the program's about and how she did well and overcome everything.
Yesterday afternoon, and I hadn't watched it yet, but I got to watch it yesterday. It was on Hub Plus. The Cookeville Lifestyles magazine show interviewed John and Brittany Norris, who of course own Willow Window, and what a just great story they have. And
exactly.
If you haven't seen it yet, you can download the Hub Plus Roku app, and that's on demand right now. Of course, you can see the video and some clips of it at Cookeville Lifestyles magazine on all their socials. They've done a really good job of that. And
You know, I want to
It's a neat
praise
story for them.
That's a great story, and I want to also praise Chelsea Dartez for bringing out the best in all her people that she interviews, because it's not easy, and she hasn't been doing it for years and years, and just is a natural at it.
Yeah.
Because I think what makes somebody a good interviewer, they don't have to have all the degrees and stuff. It's just they have to be inquisitive and care about knowing about the story.
That's right.
Of somebody, and she does a good job of that. So does Randy Porter. I mean, just some really good show, and even that Runners podcast with Michael England.
Yeah.
I'm not a big runner, but they have such a good time in there talking on that, and they do a great job.
So, and we're adding more and more shows as we can to Hub Plus, and
it's exciting what we have going on and trying to build good local program,
community program.
Highlight the community, not just Cookeville, but the Upper Cumberland area, because we have so many interesting people here.
And I think we got it worked out, and I've got to get a hold of Noah and Jacob just to be sure, but I think we have it worked out where this afternoon we're going to be able to show the Gordonsville softball game. It'll be for a state championship. So if you know anybody in Gordonsville, tell them to be on Hub Plus, and it'll be on all the Upper Cumberland Reporter stuff too.
Yeah.
It's 7:10 now, and what are the 20 toughest jobs in America? Like, what do you think the number one toughest job in America is, according to Talker Research Poll? This is 2,000 Americans of what they said the most demanding jobs are.
Well, right now, all I can think of is all this construction going on here. I think being a construction worker would be very tough. And I think it's more dangerous than people realize, because when people are in their cars, they could be driving 30 miles per hour, but it's still too fast to go by those construction workers. Because, I mean, I worry about their safety.
A construction worker is number 2. It comes in at number 2. Firefighter is number 1.
That's a good choice.
Then at number 3, it's military.
Yeah.
Number 4 is doctor. 5 is police officer. 6 is EMT or paramedic. But, you know, I think all of those we can all agree on.
Yeah, I do.
Most demanding. These are the most demanding jobs. Astronaut comes in at number 7.
I mean, think of it.
Be pretty demanding.
Butch Wilmore, who is a former Tennessee Tech alum, he was up in space. Should only have been 30 days, and it was several months.
Farmer comes in at number 8. Then air traffic controller, which we've been learning a lot about air traffic control, and apparently they've been operating on systems that were made in the 90s.
And I would think that's highly stressful.
Yeah.
Have an old system and all these flights coming in, and you have to control whether it's safe or not. That's a lot in your hands.
Oil worker comes in at number 10. I've known one of those guys who used to do that, and it sounds rough.
I didn't realize just how dangerous it was until Billy Bob Thornton, the show, was it Badland? Landman, I'm sorry. Badlands. Landman, another Taylor Sheridan show. If y'all haven't seen it, it's pretty interesting.
Coming in at number 11 of most demanding jobs is nurse, and Happy Nurses Week, by the way.
That's right.
Philip Gibbons was out at Fortis Institute yesterday celebrating Nurses Week, and nurses, they see more than the doctor does.
Yes.
And some of those nurses are godsends. I know when my dad was in the hospital with his heart stuff, those nurses up there, oh my gosh, unbelievable.
They're precious, really.
They're just unbelievable.
Because, you know, when you're sick or not feeling well, you want some loving, and they're so great at, even with the family sitting in the room, they're like, would you like a blanket? Is it too cold?
And they don't make you feel stupid for asking questions.
I just love the nurses, male and female.
Number 12, it's a roofer.
Oh gosh.
Henry Brothers. Those Henry Brothers roofing
And they
boys.
crawl all over those roofs like it's not even high up in the air, like it's just flat on the ground.
They don't even care.
I mean, to see them all over the roofs like that, and then I would lose balance swinging a hammer like that.
Electrician comes in at number 13. Home builder at 14. Engineer at 15. Then pilot at 16. Teacher comes in at 17, which I think is probably, I'm glad they made the top 20, but they should be a little bit higher.
I think so too. Especially nowadays, it seems a more dangerous job than it has been since we were growing up.
And then lawyer comes in at number 18.
Hat off to Dana Looper and Charlie Guffey and
all those.
Brett Knight, all those lawyers.
At 19 is a carpenter, woodworker, or cabinet maker. That comes in at number 19.
Next generation painting.
Then number 20 is drywall and plaster installer.
So see, all those hard back-breaking jobs too.
Yeah, or you got to be real smart to do jobs.
Yeah.
I'm qualified for
pressure.
none of the
Me too.
demanding. I mean, I'm looking through like I'm qualified for none of these. Farmer, I could be a farmer. And that's it.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
I was
I'd be
thinking
able to do.
I couldn't be a full-fledged nurse. It takes a lot of smarts to do that, but I can hand somebody a blanket.
If you had to be one of these, you had to. You know, you're out of a job, you're destitute. You have to pick a job, but it's got to be one of the 20 most demanding. What would you choose?
It would be like something helping people, like a nurse or something.
So you would try to be a nurse.
Yeah.
I could see, you know what? I could see you being a nurse.
Because I thought you were going to laugh at that.
No, I wouldn't laugh at that. I could see you being a good nurse. I mean, one of those nurses that does just come in and check on you.
Yes.
Not one that's there while they're doing surgery.
I could do that too.
No.
You don't think I could, or you just couldn't?
No, I know I couldn't. I just don't see you in that situation either.
Well, you didn't even see me as the oldest. You thought I was the youngest.
What now?
In my growing up, maybe it was Ray that thought I was the youngest.
I knew you were the oldest, Sheila.
Because I'm
what, 5 to 7 years?
5.5.
5.5. Yeah. Oh, I know Heather.
But I'd rather be helping people.
I know Heather's the baby and probably the favorite.
She's not the favorite. Maybe now because she had grandkids.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I won't argue about that. But growing up, it was me.
We didn't make it radio, TV, video, whatever it is we do anymore. Didn't even crack.
It's nothing compared to all that you mentioned. Yeah. But I want to go back to this. You don't think I could help in a surgery? I've watched documentaries where I've seen stuff that you would be squeamish at. You think I'd be squeamish?
Well, here's the thing.
Squeamish?
They need you to be quiet.
Oh, I understand why you think that on that. I'd be wanting to go, now what are you doing here?
Hey, right.
What's this?
And then
I'd be wanting to ask questions.
And then the doctor would be like, Sheila, would you please be quiet?
We don't want Sheila in on this surgery. She asked too many questions.
And then you'd be like, well, if you don't want me here, then.
Oh, thanks for helping me hold up a mirror to myself and find out how annoying I am. But I'd want to take care of people when they're sick.
But you would be a good nurse to come in. Do you need anything?
Yes.
You need some water, another pillow?
Yes.
Did you make your dinner order yet?
Yes, and I'd help them with it.
You'd be good at that.
I would love that.
That's not really a nurse. That's a volunteer.
Yes, and I'd be fine with that. Be fine with that.
7:17 now on Good Morning Cookeville here on Hub Plus, live in the Willow Window Studio. Good Morning Cookeville is brought to you by Elevate Real Estate. Hang out with us, guys. We'll be right back here in just a little bit on Good Morning Cookeville.
Discover unbeatable value at Freedom Pawn, your ultimate one-stop shop. Conveniently located at 49 Mayberry Street in Sparta, we offer a vast selection of guns, ammo, knives, instruments, cameras, game systems, jewelry, tools, kayaks, trailers, and more. Whether you're buying, selling, or trading, our expert team is here to help. We're now open on Mondays, so visit Freedom Pawn Monday through Saturday. Come see us and experience the difference. Freedom Pawn, the friendliest and cleanest pawn shop in the Upper Cumberland.
Your home, your sanctuary. This includes your outdoor haven as well as the interior of your home. Willow Window can elevate your outdoors today with elegant and innovative products from SummerSpace. From awnings and outdoor shades to porch enclosure systems, transform your porch to your favorite part of your home. SummerSpace has the perfect solution specific to your needs. Call Willow Window today for your free estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window studio. It's 7:19 now.
And we've got 53 degrees out there right now. It's a lot warmer than it has been because it's been in the 40s the last couple of days. But we could have some rain this morning, partly cloudy, with a high around 69 for us.
I was telling you earlier, and I misspoke. I was wrong.
No.
This makes 2 times just this week I've been wrong.
You're not wrong much. I will say that.
But I had told you that YouTube was the #1 most visited website.
Right.
It's number 2. Google is still
number 1.
still
But
number 1.
That's up there pretty high.
Well, anytime you get on Chrome for the first time, it brings up Google. So it's getting one from you no matter what.
Right.
But then YouTube comes in at number 2. Then Facebook is still number 3. You know, you always hear, oh, I'm not on that Facebook anymore. Well, yeah, you are.
It's like you're doing something with it.
You're on there.
You may not post on it, but you
number 3.
You kind of stalk other people and find out what your friends are doing.
Wikipedia comes in at number 4, which I didn't think Wikipedia would be that. I knew it'd be on this list, but I didn't think it'd be that high. Did you?
I'm not surprised by it because I know I look up stuff and I want to find out that, what was their history or what age is this actor? And it's always, even if I ask Google, it pulls up and Wikipedia comes up.
So another check mark for Google.
Yeah.
Instagram is number 5. That's your favorite there, number 5.
I love Instagram because it doesn't seem as negative as some of the others, and I still find out some news, and then what people are thinking. It seems to be a little bit more smart instead of just I'm going to be mad at this person because I'm jealous, and I don't like any of that. That drama gets on my nerves.
Reddit comes in at number 6. Which I like Reddit.
I like it, but I don't have the app or anything.
I have the app, and I like the, Ask Me, and then they got life hacks on there. It really, with Reddit, it depends on what groups you belong to.
And see, I find that, like if I'm asking a specific thing on Google, it'll give me, this is what I found on Reddit.
Right, yeah.
So that's how I know about it, really.
Yeah, Reddit, but now you have to be careful on Reddit because Reddit has everything on there.
Everything.
I mean, everything. So you have to be careful. Number 7, it's the dirty website.
OnlyFans?
No. It's also a hub.
Oh. Are you wanting me to say it?
No, I don't want anybody to say it. Bing comes in at number 8. Bing. Y'all really out there binging.
I didn't even know Bing still existed.
It exists, yeah. ChatGPT has moved all the way up to number 9.
I actually am shocked it's not higher.
It will be it'll be in the top 5 next year.
Everybody I know uses that.
Yeah.
And I don't mean uses it bad or anything. It's to help them maybe with their work and
Yeah, it's a
stuff.
nice little assistant, you know.
It really is.
I mean, I've learned some things about it and how to do different things with it, and it's been
You
very
can't
helpful.
just let it do it and not read over it because, I mean, there's tweaks here and there you got to do.
You have to learn how to do the prompts right.
Yeah.
But I've watched a few things on YouTube and Googled it, and so I'm starting to get a little bit better at the Chat GPT. X comes in at number 10.
I'm surprised it's down so low, which that's Twitter. They changed it.
But Twitter comes in at 17, which redirects you to X. So if you add those together, it's definitely in the top 5.
But Instagram is above it.
Yeah, Instagram is above it for sure.
So who was right there?
You were. but I'm saying if you add Twitter and X together, since they both made the top 20.
Kind of like when they have us up for an award, it's separate. You got to add it together
Right.
because
Well, Yandex, which I've never even heard of ever in my life, comes in at number 11.
Never heard of it.
YANDX.
Didn't even know that existed.
And listen, be careful going there. I don't know what it is. That might be
It might be something bad.
something else. WhatsApp is at 13. Then Yahoo comes in at 14, and I didn't think Yahoo would be that high.
I didn't.
I've been to Yahoo, and I couldn't tell you how long.
I think there's also some folks that use it as an email address
Sure.
too.
Yeah.
That might keep it up there.
Another dirty website comes in at 15. DuckDuckGo comes in at 16. That's the one where the advertisers can't follow you.
Oh.
So you can look.
I've heard of it, but I didn't know what it was about.
It's a more secure Google.
I thought it was
pretty
about
much.
duck hunters. I didn't know.
Then Twitter at 17. MSN at 18. Netflix comes in at 19, which I didn't know that they had a website for you. Can you go onto netflix.com and watch your shows?
Yeah, I think they do. Yeah, all of them you can put on your phone and.
I know you can put it on your phone.
It's an app usually.
Right. I didn't think about Netflix and their website.
I don't understand this one.
And then coming in at number 20, which again, I thought this would be higher, TikTok.
I think.
Now, these are website visits. These aren't app visits. So
I'm confused by that.
two different things. So you can, you have the app, and if you use the app, you're using the app. If you go to your browser and you type in TikTok.com, that's what this is.
I wonder if they were higher, but with all the negativity about it, and then they shut it down for a day and then brought it back up. I wonder if some people just didn't go back on it.
My guess is it's just way more of a app use than laptop or PC that you're going to. That's a younger people thing. I think that's probably why Facebook is so high on this, because this is website. This is on your PC, not necessarily an app on your phone or iPad or anything like that.
Right.
So I bet that's why. I don't know that. I'm just taking a educated guess at that.
These are shocking, really, about where everybody placed.
Yeah.
I'm surprised by a lot of them.
But I was wrong about YouTube, but I use YouTube a lot,
I do too.
especially if I'm trying to learn something.
I love YouTube. I even love, there's old shows on there, and I bring up YouTube on our TV.
It's the only place to watch WKRP. They're the only ones that have WKRP.
Or some
on
of those old movies that I'm trying to find streaming on these other networks like Netflix and Hulu and Prime that don't have them on there.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't have movies in the 80s. I mean, there's some of them on there, but what was I wanting to see? That there was Cher and Meryl Streep movie.
Moonstruck.
Not Moonstruck. When they were working in that factory.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh gosh.
The only show I know, two women that are working in the family's Laverne show.
Somebody will remember, and they're probably yelling at their TV right now.
Maybe.
But I found it on YouTube, and there's other movies that I've seen from the 80s that I thought, well, I haven't watched that. I want to pull it up and watch it. Can't find it anywhere but YouTube.
Yeah, you can find us on YouTube right now. Good Morning Cookeville if you search for it. Also on, if you're on Facebook, you can look for us at Hub Plus TV. That's our little handle on there. Good Morning Cookeville. We've shared it to there. Hip Cookeville, nice enough to share the Good Morning Cookeville show for us. So we appreciate all that. Also, channel 192 on Twin Lakes and channel 192 on Comcast. If you know anybody at Ben Lomond, hook us up. We need to be on the Ben Lomond too. And of course on the Roku app, which is Hub, HUB, space, PLUS. That's what you search for to get there.
Silkwood from 1983. I finally looked it up.
Silkwood?
Yeah.
Never even heard of that movie.
Have you not, really?
No, I've never heard of Silkwood.
She's a worker at a plutonium processing plant and is contaminated.
That's way different than Laverne and Shirley.
Way different and way serious.
Coming up, we're going to talk about the Next Step program with Miss Jennifer Willis. A great story with her. That's coming up here in just a little bit, so we hope you stick around with us here on Good Morning Cookeville, brought to you by Elevate Real Estate, live from the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
No support from my broker, minimal commission splits, and outdated marketing tools.
Sound familiar? Accelerate your real estate career with Elevate. Experience broker support, coaching, and training on how to make your team successful, competitive commission plans, and cutting-edge marketing tools.
Join our innovative company with a proven system that compresses 3 years of business growth into just 1 year. Please call 931-520-6450. Elevate Real Estate. We help you accelerate.
Never ever, 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 never ever, ever, never been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Hey guys, this is Jeff Root, General Manager at Ford Lincoln of Cookeville. For a limited time, Ford has announced employee pricing for everyone. You pay what we pay. Everyone gets employee pricing. There's never ever, ever, ever been a better time to buy a new Ford than right now. Come see us, 1600 Interstate Drive, or visit us online anytime at FordLincolnofCookeville.com. See dealer for details. Some exclusions apply.
Did you know that all of our stations have some great half-price Upper Cumberland deals? You're supporting local businesses and getting great savings at the same time.
Businesses like Fog Light Food House, CG's Boutique, The Exceptional Bean, Fire and Vine Restaurant and Rooftop Bar, and the Royal House of Cheese.
Visit any of the Cookeville Communications station websites for more information or to purchase a half-price gift card.
I can't wear a lot of perfume.
Good morning, Cookeville. I'm Jacob Vinson with the UCR Sports Report. The Atlanta Braves won their third game in a row last night, beating the Cincinnati Reds 2-1 in walk-off fashion in the bottom of the 10th. The Braves tied it 1-1 in the ninth, and Marcell Ozuna singled home the game-winning run in the 10th. The Braves are now 17-18 on the season and have a chance to get back to 500 this evening. Elsewhere in the MLB, the Yankees beat the Padres 12-3 and scored 10 runs in the seventh inning. Phillies beat the Rays 8-4. Marlins over the Dodgers in extras 5-4. Rangers beat the Red Sox 6-1. The Indiana Pacers took a 2-0 series lead on the Cleveland Cavaliers last night, winning 120-119 in the Eastern Conference semifinals.
This is Jason. I'm sorry.
Pacers scored the final 8 points of the game in the last 47 seconds, including the game-winning three from Tyrese Halliburton with 1.1 on the clock after a missed Indiana free throw. The series now heads to Indiana for 2 games
and was
on
like, "Oh,
Friday
Sheila, don't
and
think about it.
Sunday.
Just do
Join
it."
us this evening for the District 7 Single A Softball Championship game as Gordonsville plays Clay County.
That camera's
you
gonna
can
love
watch the
you.
game on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel
Okay.
starting at 5:30.
You look like
I'm Jacob
you're
Vinson.
kin to Liv
That was the
Tyler,
UCR
or
Sports
the, you know.
WHUB Willow Window Studios,
I
your
don't think
trusted
there's any
window, garage door, and custom window treatment experts. Willow Window. Stop by their new showroom at 310 Newman Drive, Cookeville.
Good morning, Cookeville. Jason and Sheila here. We're in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:32 now.
And we love the program Next Step for Life. It is a local Cookeville program. Jennifer Willis is the director there. And I know if y'all are familiar with Diane Rowland, she and her husband started the Next Step program. So how did you become the director?
So I I actually went to a program similar to Next Step in Louisiana. I went to Teen Challenge, and then my husband went to Memphis Teen Challenge, and we went around about the same time. We did our programs, didn't know each other at all. Worked there. I stayed in Louisiana and worked. He stayed in Memphis and worked. And we both came to Next Step around the same time. So we got married and then became the directors. So they asked me to come and work from Louisiana to come work, and then we became the directors.
So you continued your program though there first at Next Step, or?
No. I did my program 8 years ago in Louisiana.
Okay, I got you. And you finished
then I stayed
that.
and worked there, and I started going to Bible school there, and kind of finished up here whenever I moved here.
So it's just, I love the story too, though, that you understand what everyone's going through at Next Step because you've been there.
Yes.
You've been the process of trying to get clean, then trying to have put your purpose to another direction, which is God is the reason you give him all the glory for helping you get off drugs.
I definitely give God all the glory, and our particular type of program is so disciplined and structured. I would, honestly, if you hadn't gone through what we did and done the same program, we basically implemented that program. Whenever we became directors, we just kind of...
From Teen Challenge?
Yeah, just changed some stuff up from our particular programs at the things that helped us, and we just kind of morphed all that together. And we had to have done that in order to ask our students to do what we asked them to do.
Because you feel like don't ask them to do anything you wouldn't do, kind of thing.
And they wouldn't do it. They would probably look at you like you were crazy.
The Teen Challenge, I've heard several stories from people around here that have gone to Teen Challenge, and what a life-changing event that is for so many people. I know we're going to talk about Next Step, but the Teen Challenge thing, what is the that it has been changing lives, and then what did that bring to Next Step?
So Teen Challenge just has a long history of trial and error, figuring out what works best. Their curriculum is good. We do their curriculum at Next Step because Elijah and I, we think it's the best, a lot of people do. A lot of people don't. There's mixed feelings about that.
Well, I mean, you can't please everybody, right?
Yeah. Well, you also have to find what's right for you as a person.
Yeah.
And some things just speak to others more than another thing.
Right. Well, God knows where to send everyone for their programs. If someone's really committed to a program, different programs work for different people. But for us, the discipline, the Word of God, the digging into what the Bible really says, and what we teach is the character of Christ, how to take on the character of Christ, how to have the mind of Christ, how to be in an atmosphere completely removed from the world so that God can change your heart. Because once you've been living that way for so long, you're desensitized to everything in front of you. No one wakes up one day and says, I think I'll be a needle junkie,
Yes.
It is a gradual process of desensitization. And so you get into it, you start doing this, you start doing that, and then before you know it, you don't even know who you are. And you've gone down this road for years and years. And there is a lot to undo. 1 year, our program is 18 months because you have to do the internship.
And see, I don't understand how some of the 30-day programs really work, because 30 days,
they don't.
I mean, it doesn't teach you how to live a different life.
Getting clean is not the answer. So I went to jail a lot, and I got sober in jail. That's not the answer.
Yeah, so you're saying I was sober and I didn't get better.
And I had the best of intentions every time. But that's not the answer. It truly takes a complete heart transformation, a mind transformation. And we reform the mind is what we do. And it takes a long time. It takes a year's not even enough. Really, that's just getting people ready for the war that they're facing. The Word says that there's a spiritual battle for your soul. And we equip We are raising up soldiers for the kingdom of heaven. That's really what we're doing. We're a discipleship ministry. And so that's the difference.
I feel like that can be applied with anybody's life, though, not just.
sure.
I think everyone should have to do it. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, well, when we've talked to a lot of people that have gone through a program, a recovery program, and most of the ones that we talk to and learn from, either me or Sheila, have had to go down this road. Thank goodness, blessed that we didn't have to. But it's so interesting in hearing from people, and it seems like it's been because of the relationship that they've developed with Christ. And I mean, like almost 100%, the ones that have really worked. We've talked to other people who have gone to different recovery things but weren't Christ centered, and they work. There's some that are those, but well over 90% of the ones that we've been able to talk to and meet, it's been centered. And I feel stupid asking this, but why do you think that is? I mean, obviously there's a lot of power there with the Lord.
Yeah, I think neither one, you or me, are doubting the power that God has.
Right, but
but why does it speak to so many people, especially from, that's been on drugs?
And why does that click so well?
Well, when you're in addiction, and the world can paint addiction to look like a lot of different things, but bottom line, it's deception. You're so deceived. And really, you live so many years in such darkness, depending on how far you go in addiction and what types of drugs you use. I mean, you're opening yourself up to such deep darkness and deception, where Satan really comes into your life and strips you of everything that you love and everything that you have. And at first, sin is fun. That's why anyone gets involved in it. And then you're a slave. You're in bondage to it. And honestly, the only thing that can break that bondage is Jesus. And like I said, some people get clean and sober, and they can live a normal life on earth, But to take it a step further and to offer true freedom, real freedom, that can only come from God in any situation that we have in life. The only way that anyone's going to have true freedom and to really line up with God is to have Him as the center of your life. But when you're coming out of addiction, you're so appreciative of it because you've lived in such bondage.
Right.
I mean, you wake up in the morning and you can't even eat until you get drugs, and you can't even get drugs until you get money to get drugs. And that's what leads people down those roads, That's what I was saying. No one wakes up and says, I want to be a needle junkie. I want to be a thief. I want all these things. It's like you're such a slave to this addiction that you're just bound, just so bound up. And Jesus offers freedom. But we take this thing a step further. And at some point, our students come into the program. And what does the word say? The word says, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all else will be added to you, right? So people come in, broken and want to fix their life. That's how they come in. And that's okay, as long as you're broken enough to completely surrender everything to God. But at some point during our program, we're about making disciples. That's the Great Commission, right?
Yeah. That's
what we're about. So when you come into
they're going to live with more purpose about them, and they felt like they didn't have a purpose before. You think that's a lot of it?
That's so much of it. They do find their purpose, but what it's really about is it's really not even about us. We come in broken and want a different life, but when our life becomes about serving God and being a disciple and giving everything up for Him, all the other things just take care of themselves. But our program, we're making disciples.
Right. Well, that's so hard to wrap your mind around.
It is me. I mean, when you're in such a dark place, I'm going to just with your story, how did you see that light at all when you were so dark?
So with my story, I had been separated from children. I had just so much brokenness in my life. And I'm the way that I grew up, everybody comes from different backgrounds. I don't have a traumatic childhood that led me into addiction. I just got off on the wrong way and just kept going. And I knew God when I was a kid. And so that sin and that guilt separated me from him. And I thought I was too far gone. And I just kept living this life and going back and back and back and back.
You thought, I don't have another choice. This is just what I've gotten down into now, and I
did. But I did also, I never went to other rehabs because I did know, I think I went to a detox one time, I did know that the only way was God because I knew God when I was young, And I like to always tell parents with prodigals, you raised your child up to know the Lord. That's in them. And when we get in our darkest moments, that's what we know, and just praying for God. I had people praying for me, and just praying for God to send someone into their lives, bring them to their knees at that right moment. I was in jail, and someone brought in an application to the center that I went to because someone saw my name in the paper and reached out to her. She brought in an application for me, and I had prayed 2 days before that, and I said, God, I'll do anything that you want me to do. I was actually 6 months pregnant in jail, and I had gotten clean during my pregnancy, moved out of town, came back, and got served with a couple of indictments that were about 11 months old. And so there I was, and I just surrendered. And when they walked in with that application for the program that you could take your child to, I knew that was God.
Were you fighting for your baby too?
Yeah, I mean, she went with me,
you were thinking, I've got to get better for my child.
Yeah, I couldn't do it again. And now I have restoration with all my children. My husband's adopted my children, my 12-year-old and my 7-year-old, and then we just had a baby together. And I have 2 teenagers, one in Nashville, one in Chattanooga, doing their thing. So it's just, and God intervened in their life too. Both of them love the Lord, and it's like just prayer.
We got to take a break. I'll ask that question when we get back. It's Good Morning Cookeville. We're live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back. We'll talk some more about the Next Step program. So if you know somebody who needs to be involved, or there's plenty of ways that you can support the Next Step for Life program as well. We'll talk to Jennifer more about that coming up on Good Morning Cookeville, live here in the Willow Window Studio. We'll be right back.
Elevate your space with high-quality window treatments from Willow Window. Our dedicated team crafts custom solutions featuring sleek blinds, elegant shades, custom interior and exterior shutters, and luxury drapery tailored to your style. Transform your windows into stunning focal points that enhance your home's charm. Reach out to us today for your complimentary estimate. 931-WINDOW-1.
Unlock the best of local entertainment with Hub Plus. Do you have Roku? Download the Hub Plus app today. Dive into exclusive content like Good Morning Cookeville presented by Elevate Real Estate, catch all the action with high school sports from Upper Cumberland Reporter, and stay updated with the latest weather from Upper Cumberland Weather. Plus, enjoy fantastic local shows such as The Randy Porter Show and Cookeville Lifestyles Show. Don't miss out. Download the Roku app now and start exploring.
Warning! Excessive fun ahead. The 47th Annual Polk Salad Festival hits Jackson County May 8th through the 10th with live music, vendors, events, and car show. And more polk salad than you can shake a biscuit at. Visit polksalad.org and tell your taste buds we said you're welcome. It's the Polk Salad Festival in Jackson County with Cookeville Communications.
From the Upper Cumberland Weather Studio, I'm Anthony Taylor with your Wednesday morning forecast. Cloudy skies have returned to the region as the disturbance passes to our south. Off and on light showers will be possible throughout the day with highs in the upper 60s. Winds will be light. A few showers will remain possible overnight with lows in the upper 50s. Thursday will bring an increased chance of showers and thunderstorms, especially in the afternoon. Highs will be warmer in the mid-70s. Both Friday and Saturday will see continued chances for scattered thunderstorms. Highs will be in the lower 70s. Be sure you're following Upper Cumberland Weather on Facebook and X for the latest weather information.
Good morning, Cookeville. It's Jason and Sheila. We're here in the Willow Window Studio. It's 7:48 now.
And Jennifer Willis is sharing her story with us. She is the director of Next Step for Life here in Cookeville. And we want you to explain kind of what Next Step is about for those that may not know or haven't heard about Next Step.
So Next Step is an 18-month discipleship ministry. You come in, you're a student for 12 months of those 18 months, where we teach you the basics about being a Christian. And then we go further and we do classes like parenting. We help with financial education. We do renewing the mind. We do anger management, healthy emotions, and then overcoming emotions that destroy. We have a boundaries class. We have a creations class, and that's all in addition to our core curriculum, which is just learning to be a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And so we have class 2 days a week, and then the other 3 days during the work week, during the Monday through Friday, the students work. And when I say work, it's a work therapy program. So any work that they do helps us to fund the ministry because most people come in and they've broken every bridge.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any means.
Hard for them to find a job.
Well, yes.
And even a support system, I would think.
Right. And
they've broken all the bridges with their family.
And no one can pay for them to be in the program. And so we have to have these enterprises within our program in order to help.
I know there's lawn care and there's home cleaning and things like that. And by the way, they do a great job as info.
Yeah.
They do a great job. They take a lot of pride in what they're doing.
We teach excellence in everything.
Yeah.
And it's a huge.
Well, they live there on the property with you guys.
They do live there. There's a men's home and there's a women's home.
And see, you treat it like your home.
Right.
And if you don't respect yourself, you may lack on the other. So you're teaching them self-respect, believe there's a higher power, and then take care of your surroundings, just like a home. And then your body's your
and
temple.
setting them up to get the next job.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to go from recovery to going and putting in your application. Maybe you hadn't worked in a while or there's a huge gap there. And now they have this to say, I worked, I showed up every day.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go. I think that's a big thing that y'all do.
It really is. And most people in town and the community know, and especially if they've seen our students work, our men, they're out here, they have contracts with the city, they're mowing all around the city. And most of the time people, they want our men before they're even ready to graduate. Have them come work for me. So we're like, hold on. No, you can't have them just yet. And then during the internship, some of them, they all do a 6-month internship in order to graduate. That's a requirement. And during that 6 months, they either get an outside job or they full-time intern for us. But even if they have the outside job, most of them get an outside job. They still intern for us, which teaches them how to lead the other students, which is huge. It's huge in parenting. It's huge in responsibility. You get a lot of correction in the internship because you're learning to lead other people. They have night shifts and things like that, responsibilities. They get to learn how to be a witness because they get to help teach these other students what they have learned. So that's part of the discipleship. So they're sent out into the world to make more disciples, for the rest of their life. And that's where they learn it. And they also have freedom then. They have a cell phone. They don't have a cell phone in the program. They have a cell phone. We make them have a flip phone for a couple months. That's real cool. But they have a cell phone. They have freedom to visit, with their families more often and things like that. They can come and go as long as we know where they are. They're still under our covering. So they still live within the home, but they have their freedom, kind of like a staff member, where they come and go. And that's a huge part of our success because we're not just getting them through a program and then saying, okay, you're done. Go on.
Right.
We transition them in that internship. So when they're finished with the internship, we will have helped them get an apartment, a car. We help them with car loan. their driver's license. If they have not graduated high school, they have to get their GED before they can graduate the program.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things. If they have problems with their kids and they've been separated and they have DCS involvement, we work with DCS as they're ready in their program. And so, they've already gotten ahead with that. And it sets them up for success.
Well, that and it, and you can tell me how wrong I am, but this breaks cycles. A lot of times, I don't. You said you were brought up at church, so I don't know if you had a family that struggled with addiction or not. Both of my parents, good God-fearing people at church. I mean, can't find a woman more pure and driven for the Lord than my mama. And I was brought up in church, but as soon as I got out, I drank too much. I did all the stuff, and so I was brought up in church, and kind of like you, I knew what I was doing wasn't the right thing to do. But so many people don't get brought up in church and have a family member or mom or dad who is also in addiction, and it's just a cycle. Then how hard is it to break that family cycle? And was that something you had to go through?
Well, there's definitely people in my family who have struggled with substance abuse. I think that's part of everyone's family.
Mm-hmm.
People, the world's going to call that a genetic disease.
Mm.
I call that a generational curse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have to break all the bondage that has passed down through our family, all the bondage that we've entered in ourselves. And there's only one power on this earth or in creation that can do that, and that's Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
There's power behind that greater than any power that we've faced or any power that's come down through our bloodline.
Right. Well, that feeling of when you do give everything to him, that just feeling of relief.
Yes.
It took me a long time to learn that.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happened to me, that's when, I knew that, oh, this is for real. Cause I'd been in church, Wednesday nights doing the Bible studies, youth choir, mission trips, you name it. I did it. But until I learned that I could just go, oh, here you go. And then be done with it and be done with it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go back and revisit it. Be done with it.
Right.
That's what, and I didn't learn that until I was in my 40s. It's crazy.
It's so simple. We make it so complicated, but relinquishing control is really surrendering and submitting to God. And
that's really the hardest part.
It's the hardest part, just to wrap your mind around how easy it is and do it.
Yes. It's like once you get it, it seems simple, but it didn't get in there.
Right. No.
It wasn't simple getting to that point.
Like, how in the world could I possibly do that? I've got to make all these decisions today.
Right.
I've
That's
got
the
this to
biggest
do and
question.
that to do. And how am I supposed to just go, here you go. Good luck, God.
That's what most students ask. How do I really surrender? And there's no answer to that. There's no black and white answer to that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you can give everything and lay down your life, and God says, leave your family and become my disciple, and that he will give you back tenfold.
Yeah.
100-fold, 1,000-fold. Everything that you surrender to him, you get back, and it's going to be within his will, and there's such a peace around that. And it's really effortless for him. That's why you just become his disciple and serve him.
And that's, I guess that's another thing too, is, I even had thoughts of, well, I don't want to, that's a silly thing to burden him with, because, he is he's
got so much on him.
Right. And you're like, well, he's God.
That's the enemy lying to you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's all lies.
But we do. I mean, there's a lot of us that think like that.
Sure.
So it's like, oh, well, he's got more to take care of than just my little old problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the truth will set you free, right?
Right.
And that's what the word says. And so teaching the truth, and a lot of that truth is teaching these students hard things about themselves that they don't, it's telling them about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And
putting a mirror up to yourself is the hardest thing to do. And then just like you said, surrendering then after that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It is, and it's hard. And I got told about myself, and I didn't like it. And it was really hard. But when I realized, okay, you know what? Honestly, these things have been problems for me my whole life, and just character issues. I was sober when I got there.
Right.
We didn't have to spend every day working on just the addiction. We had to work on the roots. That's the problem.
Yeah.
We've got to get to the root issues. That the addiction is just what you can see.
Because that root keeps growing.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting up closer to the end here, but Next Step, if somebody is wanting to give to Next Step or has a family member or somebody who's in that grips of addiction, how do they get in touch with Next Step?
They can go on to our website, which is nextstepforlife.com. They can go to our Facebook page. You can message us on Messenger. You can call our office. The phone number's on our website. We need monthly support. That's what we need more than anything. If we could get people in our community to partner with us with monthly support of any amount, if people would give $50 a month, how much that would help us is huge. So that's the best way that you can contribute to Next Step, or a one-time donation. But all the information that you would need is on our website or our Facebook page. And our phone number is 931-400-0316. That's our office number, John 3:16. So
I get it.
Remember?
I love it.
Well, thank you so much, Sheila. Real quick, who do we have tomorrow?
We have Penny Brock. There's a fundraiser going on. We're going to talk to her tomorrow, and that's coming up on Thursday.
All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in today to Good Morning Cookeville. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.